Hello coders, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to create our chat screen, and we are going to save these chat sets into our local database. We are going to use Realm, and also for our friends we are going to implement them using Realm also. As you can see on this screen, these details are coming from the Realm database, the messages, the friends, and also the chats. They are also coming from Realm database. So we are making our app more compatible with real time, and also persisting with the details into their local database. In case you don't have data, you'll be able to see the charts history. So let's get started. So here, let's create a chat room. So we can copy our chat Appwrite. Just copy this and paste, and we call it chat room. Copy the name. Okay. Replace everything with chat Appwrite with chat room. Replace all. And if we are using a realm here, we just say realm model. Let realm model. And let's delete this. If you have watched our previous videos, you can see here we are supposed to add a, let's say, let object ID, and we can call it this our ID, and we can add a primary key, which is add primary key. So let's just copy this let and paste here. Let's paste here. Let 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 and for a chat we also need to save our image. Let's say you don't have data, you want to see the image of your friend, so you just say you can save it as base64 image, right? So we can remove this. So we can also, we want also to save to persist our friends, so that we can have our friend persisted on our local database. So let's copy this friend contact, copy, paste. You just call it friend contact volume, and you just say let and you just call it real model, and let's delete this. And we also need to save the friend image base64. You can say base64 image. We can do this implementation later. So our realm does not save as a binary, like as bytes. You can save it as a base64. So once you save a base64, you can convert it later. So after doing this, you have to run this command. Let's go to our readme. We can copy this command, but we left something here, our ID, which is a let object ID, which is an ID, and here you just say it primary key, like this. So we can run our command here. So here with an issue, we are supposed to put an underscore. I forgot that. You have to put an underscore, Then let's run the command again. It's start run room generator, and here the part of this is supposed to be friend room. You see the part here it's incorrect. It's supposed to be friend contact room. Suppose the file name must be the same, and you can run again. Yeah, you can see the implementation was created. Let's just add them into Git. Yeah. After adding into Git, let's go to the let's work first with the friends. Yeah, let's fix the friends list. So here we want to add a friends. Yeah, the notifier. So let's add the friend notifier in that class. Friend list view model. Friend list view model, and we can create a class called class. I can call it friend list notifier. And yeah, after calling this friend list notifier, we have to extend the, we just copy this. Let's extend the, we just say underscore dollar, like the class name must be saved because we want to use a refer pod, so the implementation will come from refer pod. So you just say add refer pod like this. So this class requires a state. So let's create a state. Let's go to our view, to our modules, and this one will are for you. So sorry, I want to copy this and move them to the DB modules. I don't want them to be mixed with the others. So once we are in here, let's see what's the issue here. So let's just delete the .g ones. Delete anyway. Let's just delete also this one. Right. So here we are supposed to do this. Let's remove this, and you come here. Let's remove this also, and let's generate again. Sorry. Yeah, sure. This way edit. Just say git add. Yeah. So here we want to add our states. So previously we have this message state. This was for message. So let's create a new state for chat and also a state for a friend. So let's paste this, and here we just say chat state, and you can copy the name. So we can Control F, Control L. Let's replace all, and here we want a user ID. We can delete everything here. Yeah, chat state, let's leave the loading. It doesn't matter, maybe we'll need it in the future. So this is for chat. We want a list of chat room. We want to pull this data from the room database. Let's import, and here we say chat. So let's do the same. This is the chat state, and let's copy the same and paste. This one is for friend. Friend state. Let's copy the file name. Okay, click OK. Replace friend state here with chat state with friend state. Replace all. And here the list is not for chat view, it's for this one, friend contact. And we can delete the underscore. Let's import this, and you can put it from this one, and here just say friends, the list of friends. We are pulling friends, so you update our state with the friends that we currently have. So let's go back to our module. So our module requires a state, so that's why we created these two states, so we can run. Let's go to our module now, and in our module we just say friend state. It's supposed to be a build, and return a default one. By default the state will be empty, the properties will be empty. So let's import this from the package like this, and here just say it override like this. So this is the so for our river pod, these are the configuration that you need. You just need a friend state, and also this is the wrong state. We want to import a state from our friend. No, this one. Okay, we need this state that we created. So after doing this, let's run our command, and but here we missed something. We need a party for this class, which is a, let's copy this. Let's try to say refactor, copy this, or do this, then cancel, then say part like this. So here you just say .g. So the implementation of this will be placed in this file, which is going to be a G for generated. So let's run the application again. So it will create our notifier. Yeah. So after doing this, you see it created the state implementation, the friend state implementation, and the module implementation. So for us, we'll be more focusing on this. So let's just right click here and add this into our Git. So right now we are now focusing on the view. So here let's just create a change to user ID. The string will be user ID. So we want to update the state. Just say state equals to state. The current state that we have for now is empty. So you just say state dot copy with, and into here you just say my user ID equals to the user ID that we passed here. So it will copy everything that we have and just update this field, this C field only. So after doing this, we want to create a method to get list of friends. So here you just say get my friends, and we need a string user ID, or no, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's okay. Just a string user ID like this. So let's add our try catch. So we already have the implementation of getting the list of friends. So we just go to our block here. We have friends and we have a friend block. And in our friend block, we have the implementation to get load existing friends. Yeah, this was the logic. So this was the logic to get existing friends. So let's just copy. So now we are using a state. So the implementation here will be quite simple and easy, but we can do this. For here, it's a document list. As usual, just import document list for you. And for await, we need to add asynchronous. And for the database, we need a database provider. So we can copy the database provider. What you can do, we just go to our core and with the database provider, just click here and see where we use it. And just copy also the realm and we go back to our model, friends model, and let's paste this. Let's input. So rapid the river pod also supports the singleton. So if you are doing this, we are accessing one object throughout the application. So here we can go to databases and underscore here. And after doing this, this is our user ID, the collection, this is the user ID. But here we don't want now to, so after we get the list of friends, we want to persist them into our realm database. So but we can import this. Let's import this friend contact, which is this one, right? And you need to add this one. No need to fire what? No need to fire any state. This was the old logic when we were using block before we used riverpod. So here we want to create a new method, and this method is to in this method we want to save our our friend contact from database into our local database. So it's from our upstream database. So we can say create or update friend, create or update friend, and we can call it a friend contact room, friend contact room. Let's see the class name for our room, friend contact. What's happened here? Okay, so for this to avoid error here, it was friend contact. It's supposed to be friend contact room. And what is the class name? Friend contact room. Sorry. So let's regenerate this one. I want to use this class. Why is it failed? Friend contact room. Okay, so in our state, it's going to be friend contact room like this, and we can regenerate again. So here we just say friend contact room, then we just say friend contact room like this. Let's see these errors. Okay, friend list view model, it's okay. So it's okay. So let's regenerate this class again because it failed to regenerate it again. So let's regenerate it. It was generated successfully. So let's import this friend contact room. After creating this, so we want to do a room. We want to first search if the contact doesn't exist or if it exists. So we just say query. Um, the simplest way that we can do, we just copy. We already have this. We can just copy it from here. We have this, right? So we just copy this as it is, and you can paste it here. But here we are checking in this schema, which is friend contact room, and in this schema we have the mobile number. So the mobile number is always unique. You don't want to save a same mobile number twice, and the mobile number will be coming from this object, which is dot mobile number. Let's see friend contact room coming from this mobile number. To avoid, or you can leave here like this blank if it's now. So if it's empty we can do this, but we want if it's not empty. If it's not empty, it means we have this friend contact room. So we just say retrieved equals to results get first, although we know that we are going to have one result first, and you can get this object. So we want to update this to have the same id so that you can update it. So from our object that you want to create, or that you want to create, you want to update with the id from the existing one so that we avoid conflicts. So if it doesn't exist, or if it exists, you just say a room dot write, and we can a function. We need this function, no, this one, and we just say room dot add. Is now we are creating a new object, which is a friend, a new record into our database, and let's say update set it to true. If it exists, we can create a new one. That's why we set an id here, so that we'll be able to update existing one. If it doesn't exist, we can just save. So after doing this, let's add another one, which is like we want to initialize friends. Let's create another method called initialize friends, and this also allows string user id init. So we already have a query, something like sort something, let's say, that we used for. We use a query, something like this, on our messages state module. Okay, it's okay. So let's just copy this one that we currently have. Let's copy it as it is, and we can do this. on this it's okay, results and of type friend. But now we want to search for user ID, means our user ID, and here we just say user ID. We want to search all friends by our user ID, which is this one. But we want to sort this record, this list. So we just say sort by what? Display name. I think we have this column sort by display name in ascending order so that we can have a list of our friends by what? Yeah, we use this. We are sorting with this display name so that we can have our friends in alphabetical order. So after doing this, we just say if result dot is not empty, means we have content, we have list of friends from our database. We just say state equals to state dot copy with, and we want to copy with here. We want to update the friends, so just say friends results to list, like this. It means we can now we'll be able to update our list. We'll be able to update our list with the new friends, so we can get this list of friends. So from here we get a list of friends, and we want to create here. So from in this loop, we want also to create this. So we want to make this. We just say friend room equals to room, right? And from this, we want to say after doing this, we just say we then save this object like this. Here it's because of an ID, it requires an ID. You can say object ID, this one, and for user ID, just say from this friend dot user ID. We also have a mobile number. The object is the same, and what else is in this? Mobile number, display name, and yeah, that's all here. So in order to do persist profile picture, we can do this later. We'll add a method that will get the bytes from the profile pictures, user profile picture, like a friend profile picture, and you can persist it. So for now, we just leave it as it is. So after you are done with this, after you are done with our for loop, what you can do is just call this method initialize friends, and you can pass our user ID. That's all. That's all. So you get list of friends. But here we have another issue here in our room. So in our configurations here, we are supposed to add a schema, which is a chat room.schema, dot schema, and also a friend, the schema. We're using version 0. Since we updated our schema, we have to move to version 1. Yeah, so after doing this, I think here we are okay. Here, this is a wrong spelling. Let's check. this, yeah, it's supposed to be user ID. We're getting an error if the column, like the proper doesn't match. So after doing this, I think right like now we are okay. So what we want to do is to go to friend list screen. So we want to refactor here. So for us to refactor this, we must use consumer stateful widget. I think so. Consumer consumer stateful widget. Let's import this. Here it's going to be a consumer state. It's no longer a state. And here it's also supposed to extend a consumer state. It's easy like this. So after doing this, we want also to add our notifier, which is this one. We just come here and copy this. We just say notifier. By default, it's a now. Let's import this. And also, we want this state also, which is going to be our module. So just do the same and do this. And here we call it a module. So in our, let's say in our builder here, we want to be able to create this object using the ref that we have. Then we can say we can use the read and watch, right? So for this, I think we are supposed to use a read. Let us check on the previous on this message view screen. We just copy here. Where's our build? Yeah. So notifier it's a read. That was correct. So you just come here. From notifier here, you just say notifier read, or just paste this, and here you just say notifier, and you just say module. It's okay. And you can go to our friend list. This is the provider that you want. Just copy this and this. So here we are having an issue. Let's see the model that we are using. The friend state we are using the wrong friend state here. So let's see on the states that we have here. I can say here, let's change this one to F S. Yeah. Then let's import this one from here, from model. The issue is now solved. So here I can call it maybe F block, and let me try to resolve this. We just say copy this. Okay, let's import this. Let's import this from here, and we can import this like this. And here we can use the prefix here for this, which is not, this one is from the block. And our state here, which one, our new state here, you can say is friend riverport state. Let's copy this model. I think we can do this. Yeah, we can solve this by doing this. So we can use different same class name but with different prefix. So after doing this, we are now have the model, and from our model we want to remove this now. Let's remove this, and let's remove this. We want to listen to our model changes. So let's go here with saying friends. So we can say this model dot friends is equal to true by doing this, and in our here we have this here. We can just say, we can copy as it is here. We just say friend contact room. We just say friend equals to copy as it is this one equals, and it will be a model, it won't be now. So let's replace everything with friend index. Control F, Control R. Let's replace. So we can remove this, doesn't matter. We can also remove this, and here is supposed to be in index. Sorry, index. Let's see what was in here. Dot friends. Dot friends at this index. That's all from here. Here we just say we can do this. Like this, put a 0. It's empty. Avoid now a. So for refresh friends, we call this, right? But we want to add also another method called initialization. So just say void initialization. Initial. So in this method, first of all, what you want to do, let's go to the initial, to the init. Do you have any init here? We don't have. Let's override that init. Git, generate an override method, and we want to override this one, and you just say super.init. So here we just want to say future. We want to do a bit a delay, and the duration we want to delay in seconds, just say 1 second, and then we need this one, the implementation. After 1 second we want to run something, and this one can be a constant. And we have another this one. Let's copy this friend initialization. Let's do this. Let's copy this. This one is going to be here. I want to import this, and for initialization we just copy this one and we can call this initialization. So after doing this, we want to call a method. So what we do, we just say notifier. Here we just say notifier dot changed user ID, and you can pass our user ID. Here, don't worry, it's because sometimes it will be now, it's a now. So let's put this. So after doing this, we just say we can get dot initialize friends, and you can pass our user ID here. So this initialize friends, so this is for initial to load new friends, right? Or we can call this initialize friends. We can get our friends from the database. So after doing this, we can also do the same here. Let's go back to our screen, sorry. We can also do the same. Let's say you click the refresh button where you were handling the block. So we have the friend list state, which was returning the list of friends. But what you can do here, after we get this one, sorry, this reload friend state, if you click refresh, so we don't want to call this one here. We just want to call this, which is, we want to call this method, which is get friends. Can you call this method, which is get friends, and from our thing, it requires a user ID. Just copy this and it await. So this state is being called from this block. You can see after we refreshed our list of contacts, you see after refreshing our contacts, it's being, this one is being called on create or update list of friends are being called. So don't worry, here you get the latest results. So let's see now. Let's go to our view and see if everything is working correctly. And the state, this one, okay, you can just also do this. It's okay, just do this. You can create a method called get friends. Get friends, this one. So we can call these friends after refresh of contacts. So just call this one. Doesn't matter. But when you open this view, we just load from the database. We just load from the database. So this one is being called here, and we want to get here. We just wait for 1 minute so that our notifier will be initialized, so that we can use our data, and our view will be all updated. So let's create our chat list. You can say chat list here, and we want to create our module first, which is a chat list module. Review module, and I can copy the file name. So this one will be class. remember it's supposed to be extends underscore dollar, this one, and also don't forget to add the part .g.dat, and this is the implementation for the riverboat. So our chart has a state which is called chart state, I think so, in the method build, which return which returns chart state. So I'm not sure what is happening with my keyboard. Here we have to add it override. So after doing this, we also have a friend list module, which is this one. We just copy what we already have, which is this one. It's going to be the same. So we want to import the database provider, the database realm, and also the realm provider. Yeah. After doing this, let's just go to the readme file. Let's run this command, which is the build. So this class.g1 will be created here, and at a riverboat. Okay, I think we did not import the correct library. Let's run it again. Let's build again. So after this, you see the implementation was added. So let's add this to our Git. So for our lists, we have the list. We already have our charts. If you watched our previous videos, you can see we have the collection for the charts. We already have that. So we want to get the charts. So it's going to be get. Let's create a method to get charts. And here you can just pass the string user ID. So let's add our try catch. And our catch will be an exception. Let's write E here. We just print in E, right? So we want to do an await. So here it will be an async. So you just say await. Await underscore, which is a databases dot list documents. From our documents, it's from string, the database ID, strings, dot database ID, then strings dot collection. This we are using the collection for charts, right? And here you just put a semicolon, but we want to add some queries here, which we want to know the records that you want to get. So we just use the query. As usual, just say query dot equal in the we like I'm the one who is I'm one as the receiver. I want to get my user ID. I want to get my charts that were sent to me. So for me, I'm the receiver. So I will just say receiver ID, then the value will be state, or the value can be just user ID. Yeah, user ID that I passed there. That's all. So I'm getting the charts that are sent to me. So it means me, I'm the receiver. And then here you just say query dot order by descending, and we want to we want to get the latest one on top. So we just say updated at column. So with the latest updated time is the one that we get first. Then just say query. We shall have pagination later. For now, just say query limit 100. So if you want to get 100 items at a time, so we will get the first 100 in the reverse order. So after doing this, so we can just assign, you can see this one, it's a document list. So we just say document list here, document list equals to this. And here you just say if document lists, let's import this. If document list dot result means if you have anything make this query, which is means greater than 0, it means we have a list, we have charts. So we just say for each document, document in document list dot documents. So we want to save each document. So the correct class for this, it's a chart. So we can go here, we can say, you can copy this one, and we just do this chart upright dot from, let's import from JSON, which is a document dot data. So it will return a chart, just say chart upright, like this. So after we have this, we have our model, which is a realm. So we want to convert this one into our realm. We want to persist that one. So we want to persist to this realm. So the class that we are using for persisting is chart realm. Let's import the class and we call it chart realm equals to chart realm, and here it requires a document ID, which an object ID, an object ID, just say object ID, this one. So the what is in this class, we have the sender ID, receiver ID also. So we just copy what we have in our, we just say shut up right dot this one, put a comma, just a copy of this receiver ID, which is this one, the type, which is this one, the message, And also the, what else do we have? Display name, the count, the red, and also what else? Created time. I think I don't have this one. Created, what do I have? The send date. Okay, let's say the send date, and it's going to be this one. It's going to be a local, going to be a date time, sorry, dot time dot pass, and you want to pass the document created updated date like this. I think that's all. And later on we work on the to do profile picture base 64. So after doing this, we want to create a method create for update charted. So we want to pass this record like what we did on the friends. Let's create a method, and this is going to be our method. So on what we did on the friend, we can go to our friend view model. We created these two, the initialization and the create one. So let's just copy the initialization and put it here, right? And also go back there and copy what is in here. The logic is almost the same. And after doing this, here it's going to be a chat room. So you just say Control F, Control R, replace all. And for chat room, so let's see why this one is not. So here for our chat, what is unique? Let's check what is unique here. Why this state here? It's chats. Okay, here we are okay, and we order by descending order, and we want to know this one is not for that. So this one, sorry, the same logic here. We did the same like user receiver user ID. So for here we just say receiver user ID here, and the ID will be user ID, and would return a chat room and put a list of this. So here we are okay. So for create this chat head, we want from here we want to search by sender user ID, means one sender. Maybe it's you send me a message, so I'm going to have one user ID, a sender user ID. So here just say sender chat room, sender user ID like this. This one, for this we are having an issue. Okay, it's supposed to be like this. To retrieve the chat, it was an error. what I did when I do the replace. So this one is the chat ID. We are updating the ID from the retrieve one. If it exists, we just update the ID to be the same. If it doesn't exist, we just continue and saving. And if it exists, we just also update to the latest details. So after doing this, we can be able to update. After our for loop, we just call this one, initialize friends. So after this, we just call initialize friends and you pass the user ID. And so let's create our chat screen. So our chat screen will be the same as this one, which is the friend screen. So let's just copy this one, copy. Let's go to our list, paste, and here we can call it chat list screen. Chat list. Say chat, and I can say okay, chat list screen, and I want the name. Okay. So here let's just copy and replace all. And you remember we are using also, so for this let's remove this, and from our screen we are not using the block pattern. Let's copy this one and let's delete, we want to delete this one, this block, and the scaffold will remain as it is. And let's remove this child and format this. And here we just want to use the chat notifier, chat list view module. Okay, and we can just do this here, and our, let's import, this is our notifier. Let's go again to this, and this is our state. And here let's remove this, and we want to use this chat state, and you can import this one. So from here we can go to our builder and just take this provider and replace it with this, put this, and let's import our chat list provider like this. Let's see if we are having any issues here. Message notifier, no. Sorry, I'm very sorry here. We updated in the wrong class, so we're supposed to do this here and here. Let's update in the chat list screen, and we have our notifier, and here our module does not have friends, it has chats. So we can replace this, and here will be chats and index, and it doesn't, the return type is different now. It's supposed to be this one, and we can import this. So for our image, you don't have the module, we can get from I think here is the sender. We want to put an image of the sender because these are my charts, so I want to see the images of the sender. And the text, the display name, we can leave it as it is. And here we can say message, which is the message. We can display the message which was sent by user, and here will be chats, right? So let's try to fix this. We don't have get friends, we have get chats. Yes, just the same. We don't have this method. We are not using any block. On initialization, here change user ID. So we can let's just do this. Let's just create it. Let's just create it. Then we just say state equals to state dot copy width, and my user ID equals to this user ID equals to this user ID. That's also updated our user ID. Instead of passing it every time here, we can use it from the state module, and this is our initialization. So we have this error. This one is for friends when we want to update the friends. So we don't want to show any actions now. So let's remove these actions maybe later on. So what are some of the properties that we have? Show navigation drawer by default false. We don't show the navigation drawer. Actions now. So here it will be charts. So this is going to be our view for the charts. So we can remove our unused imports. So you do not have charts. Please invite your loved ones and start chatting. Let's leave it like this. We will redesign this later. So this is our chat list screen. So we can go to our dashboard page. So on our index is 0. Here the default was container. So now the default will be the chat list screen. So when we open, it will open our first index. So we can also do this for index 0. We can also open this. So for index 3 or here, we can leave it as a container. So for index 0, since by default our index is what? Our index is 0, so it will open a chat screen when you open the page. So our chat screen is now ready, and after we load this chat screen, in our initialization, get friends. So initialize get friends, this one. So we can also call this method, which is get chats. Where is it? I think we have it here. Just get chats. We can call this method also in our initialization, which is get chats. So we can get the latest chats. For my ID, which is the receiver. So that's all. So we can test our logic. To change it, let me reuse this. So now let me go to here. Don't worry about this. Let's try to refresh. Yes, okay. Okay. We have an issue here. I think let's try to run again the application and see. Sometimes it will happen. We are trying to indexing a receiver, his ID is not there. So we want to read the charts. So let's go to the charts. Here, this is the chart page. So we want to retrieve we want to get all the chats that were sent to me. So my number, okay, we are filtering by the receiver ID, which is my phone number. So let's go to index. Let's create index for that, and we can call it this receiver, and you can say index receiver ID. Let's create it. So let's come back again. Let's run the application and see. So the error is gone. Let's go to the contacts. Let's try to refresh it. Here it's showing that the contact was updated and it didn't show the contacts icon here. So what you want to do, let's go to the create. It seems like it didn't save well. Okay, we have an error here. We are supposed to remove this. We are supposed to remove this, and we can come. This is the friends module. Let's go back to the chats module again. I think we have the same issue here. Let's remove this also here, and let's run the application again, and let's try to refresh. You can see now we are able to persist, and it is the phone number is saved. And if you come to friends module, there is this saved that is here. So we know that we are now able to save this. So if you come here, you see I navigated to the chat page. It's here. So let's go to the chat page also. Where's the chat page? Chat page screen. Here we are supposed to see the last message. Here we have the title. Let's do this. This is supposed to be subtitle. On subtitle, we want to show the last message which was sent to the user. Yeah, this is the last message, which is YY. So let's go to the friends list screen and see what was being when the button was clicked. I want to see the message route. We are navigating to the message route. Yeah, this is the message route. So let's go back to the chat screen. We want to copy also field display screen. We have the user ID, which is this one, and we have this friend dot what is in our friend. Let's see what is in this chat room, which is it's not friend, ours was receiver. So the center user ID here we are supposed to pass this one. So if you go to contacts here, it is now loading. You can see there's an issue with this. Let's leave it like that. If you come here also, it will load this one. Yeah. So for the first step, it will show this an error. It's because of the initialization. And if you come back also again into here, the error is gone. We'll fix that later. Let's say if you say hi, if you send hi here, if you come back here, if you go to here, you see the last message was sent to this is the last message sent to this number. If you open it again, so you can see now you are now able to to save our friends into the database, and also our chats also the details are now coming from the database. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you are now understanding the flow of Realm. We are now persisting our messages, our chats, our friends into the local database, and you are using Realm. So if you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. More features are coming. We shall add the calling, we shall add the is typing, we shall add the last scene, we shall send images, videos, we shall doing some more features like hiding, last scene, all of things that you want, that you are familiar with. We shall add them on this application. So kindly subscribe. Let's reach 1000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Cheers. Signing out.